Kevin Durant.
MVP of the league right now.
An elite scorer.
Kevin Durant is different.
Best scorer in the league right now.
I gotta perfect my craft until I can't play no more. I can't stand when somebody discredits like the work, because it's like, I actually did that. Like, I actually put that in. You know what I'm saying? Don't like take that away from me.
He's like one of the best dudes that I've been around. You know, like he's up there, like he's just a good dude. Like the dude just want to play basketball. And I always tell people, if you want your life to be changed, go watch KD work out. And I had my close friend, my god brother, and I brought him to practice. He watched KD work out. After the workout, like you see, like people's eyes get teary. Like, you know, he just met Michael Jackson or something. He was like, "That was the greatest thing I've ever seen. I appreciate you." Now he has a son that's like 8 or 9. He got his son doing all types of workouts and drills. I'm like, all right, don't be that dad. But KD was the cause of this. Like, KD's 7 feet tall. I don't care what the stat sheet says. He's 7 feet tall. And the way he handles the ball and the way he shoots the ball is like nothing else I've seen. And like, you know, I've seen Clay and Steph shoot, but every time KD shoots, the ball goes in the exact same way every single time. And it's like, there's just a different level. And it's just like, there's nothing you can do. Like you stand out a chance. And we double teamed them in practice one day. This is after All-Star break, when we just trying to get our rhythm back. And me and Draymond are competitors. Like, we trying to win. So the only way we gonna win is if we double team KD. KD was so mad. I'm like, bro, do you not understand what we're trying to tell you? You're that good but I'm like, you got 2 guys who are like elite all time in defense, and we have to double team you. Like, don't be mad at us, bro. Like, you're that good. Like, relax.
But I think number 1 is KD, man. When I watch him play, it looks way too easy. It's just unbelievable, man.
Does he make this? We talk about this with him a lot. But like, how easy it is for him to score? Does that ever, even for somebody like you, make you a little bit like envious that he can just do whatever he wants all the time?
I think everybody feels like that, man. It's just, I don't know, man. It just looks too easy. Like, if you see him, you know, you can say everybody can do it, but only he can do it, man. It's just unbelievable the way he scores the ball.
One of my favorite KD memories was playing him in the 2012 NBA Finals. And so I remember, you know, throughout the series, Brown and I would take, times with guarding KD. Just give him some rest, I'll go guard him, and vice versa. And I remember one game in Miami, I'm guarding KD. I'm taking every move and everything, every counter he give at me, I'm there. Great defense being played. He go up for the shot, I contest it. I'm talking about, if his wrist is here, I'm right here, like perfect contest. And he hits it, and he runs down the court, and very quietly he say, "You too small."
Finding room, gets it to go. Boy, he worked hard for that shot.
Like, it hurt me in a way that I could do nothing but laugh because it was the truth. I was just too small. It was nothing more I could do. And like, he just said it so confidently and quietly, like, "Bro, you too small." I remember that moment because at that moment, like, I was like, this guy is going to be, he's going to be next level great. You know what I mean? We're in the finals right now. They're down, and he's just being him. He's just hooping. He's doing what he's doing. He's one of the best at it. So to watch him go and win 2 championships, you know, to watch him, you know, go and do the things he's done in the Olympic sports, and to watch him become KD, find himself, however he got there, you love to see it. And so he's definitely one of the greatest ever played this game.
If you don't know anything else about Kevin, you have to know that he absolutely loved basketball. Kevin will watch 10-year-olds play basketball. Like, he absolutely loved basketball. So obviously he's watching the game. So he just called me after the game, and we're sitting there on FaceTime talking about the game.
Every time I played, I always had to guard the big name guy.
Right.
So whether it was Kobe or whoever it was, damn, man. I would say KD the first time that I lined up against him, man. Just because, to me, he's so disrespectful with his game because he's 7 feet and he can, like, shoot over anybody. You know what I mean? So he'll be like, "Yo, good D." Like, what can you do? He's shooting fadeaways off one leg.
Dribbling.
Like, all you can do is look over at the bench and be like, yo, guard him.
But Kevin Durant is the most consistent player we have in this game, arguably the best player currently in this game, and I just think he's starting to tune up. JJ knows this. The weather gets a little nicer. It's getting warm outside. This is playoff time, and that's what you're getting right now. You're getting, KD is turning it up. He's talking trash to people. He's talking trash to fans, getting fined, but all the while he's still playing great basketball. So I'm excited for him because he never disappoints when it comes to the season or the playoffs.
Who's the toughest guy to defend?
Kevin Durant.
Okay.
Kevin Durant. That was the one that I retired without really having to being able to figure out what it is that how I can stop him.
Why?
When he first came in the league, he was easy to defend because he couldn't go right and shoot. You should kind of shoot across his face. So that was a weakness that he had. Also in the post, he couldn't turn left shoulder. Everything was right shoulder. So that gave me areas that I could shut off. Right? And then he started developing it. And now he can pull up left, he can pull up right. He can shoot the long ball. He has runners, left hand, right hand. Before he had a left hand finish at the rim, I could always send him left, force him all the way to the basket. Even with the advantage of his size, he was still uncomfortable finishing with his left. So I could clamp the right hand and now force him into tough situations. But now he developed that. So then I couldn't really figure out, is this a rhythm thing? I'm trying to count the seconds that he takes to make his moves. When does he make them? At what times in the game? I couldn't really figure out that rhythm yet. So I retired not being able to figure him out.
He does stuff all the time where you're just like, what? How did he just? It's just it's honestly the stuff that's most impressive to me is like the dribble, like pull up mid-range where the hand is faced and just hit it. It's not really like it is like the spin move, like the tough shots like that. That's all tough, but he just is so unaffected by any defender. I have never seen a player be less affected by somebody than Kevin Durant. And when he was doing that, it was just kind of like I was just trying to figure out ways to like support him in a way because I knew he was tired and he was just like doing that. So like in that when he hit that shot, I was like sprinting baseline in case, and that I had fouled out, but I wish I had still been in for that second shot because I was going to do the same thing. Yeah. When he hit that shot, as I just sprinted by him, like hoping that like if he missed, like I was down there for it. So that was like kind of like how I tried to like support him in that moment. But you kind of just give it to him, and then you try to move around a little bit so that the other guys don't just double team him.
So it kind of looks like you're doing something.
Yeah, it's a fake hustle. It's the best way to describe it.
You knock him down. You say something to him as you're walking away, and eventually you guys are in each other's faces just talking trash to each other. And there is a little bit of history to this as well, because he had waved you off the court earlier in the season, then you waved him off the court when you beat them in the next game. You're clearly a sicko who holds on to everything.
Yeah.
In that particular moment, what was the thing you said to him when he was on the ground that got him going?
I add to that, just like you said, I don't forget anything. I still remember Giannis sitting on our court a couple years ago, so got to get them back for it in the playoffs. But going back to this clip, obviously the history of, he weighed me the first game that beat us in Brooklyn, and the second game, I had to. Like, we beat them, so I had to like tell him to get off his court, his home court. So, but in this clip, we talk about flopping. Like, I felt like this is a flop. Like, if you're man enough, like, if you get hit, don't flop, stay up. So, I don't really want to talk about what was said, but it was something like, I'm still here. And then I'm like, well, if you stay here, then why would you flop? Like, it doesn't make sense. But I love KD. Like, I mentioned it so many times. Like, I think I can do everything on the basketball court. And if there's someone else that can do the same stuff and better, that's probably one guy that I would think about. Yeah. Because, he's just so freaking talented and so good, whether it's scoring the ball or whatever he's able to do on the basketball court. So I have a lot of respect for him, but I love playing with him. He's always talking trash,
for no reason sometimes. Like, he make a bucket and he's talking trash. Like, that's just the way he plays. Like, I love his intensity, and, you know, knowing me, I kind of, you know, play the same way, and I love talking trash, and I love everybody. I love letting them know that, you know, I'm here. Like, you know, I'm dominating you, and, you know, that's just the way he is.
He's skilled for his size. He can shoot the three, he can dribble, and he developed his skills over time, and he wants it. So he's a great player. He's definitely a guy that you respect, and is going to take over this league here once I'm done.
Drew, what was the experience like of playing with Kevin? Obviously, you've played against him for so many years.
Oh my gosh, he's unreal. He's unreal. He makes the game look so easy. Nothing phases him. How he plays. I mean, yes, he's 7 feet, but it's like he doesn't see anybody. It's just like him in the hoop. It's like cone drills. It's just if you're gonna just go work out and get into your bag, and that's his game, and nobody phases him. It's amazing. It's amazing to see.
Is there a player out there that you're looking at that motivates you?
Yeah.
Who's that player?
Kevin Durant.
Why?
I feel like he's next in line.
Doesn't have rings, so how's he motivating you?
Because I love the way he plays the game. This is a guy who goes out every single night and gives it his all.
Durant fires. Bang! Three-pointer for Durant. Back and forth between the two best players in the NBA.
He's going to be one of the greatest scorers to ever play this game. But the way he plays, just so joyous and happy, and it's like, he's like a kid back in Maryland. You know, and I feel like when I'm on the floor, I'm a kid back in Akron, man. Right. I just want to play this game.
What about Kevin Durant? What do you think about Kevin Durant?
Yeah, you talk about these two and you battling who's the best, and Kevin Durant is going to sneak in the back door.
He came back one season and it became the toughest matchup that I've had to deal with in my entire career outside of Tracy McGrady.
Do you ever feel, because I was going to bring up Game 7 against Kevin in the Nets series. I mean, you were in his shit the whole game. He was hitting ridiculous shots. And I'm thinking to myself, like, PJ's done this now for 6 nights, and you're guarding literally the best offensive players in the world. And that night, I just thought to myself, PJ Tucker could not have played better defense tonight. At times, does it feel like an exercise in futility? Like, there's nothing you can do against the best players in the world.
Because if I felt like that, then I couldn't do it.
Yeah. Do you get discouraged, I guess, is a better question.
No. Because it's like, okay, oh man, that was incredible. You made that. Now do it again. Because I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop. And that was the confrontation. But we do that, dude. Me and him, like, ever since I've known him, we've done that forever. Like, and I kept telling, I'm like, and we're talking shit, you know, it's like, whatever. I'm like, he's like, stop hacking me. I'm like, I'm not gonna stop. Like, as like we got face to face, I'm not going anywhere. Like, it's that tricking myself because he's killing me. Like, he's got 50. He's gonna score 50. I'm telling my teammates he's gonna score 50. Y'all guard y'all man. He's gonna score. But how many shots is he gonna take him? How hard is he gonna? I'm gonna make him work harder than anybody. I'm gonna work him because he's gonna score. Like, and then I'm telling you, you have to trick yourself. Like,
you know, KD is one of the greatest scorers to ever play the game. You cannot play that way. You know, if you go back and forth with a guy like that, he's gonna score 50, 70. You know what I'm saying? I just had a lucky night, and at the end of the day, I was able to slow down and get to my spot. Kept being aggressive.
Historic performance. I mean, he played the entire game. He barely missed. Got to the line. 17 rebounds, 10 assists, 3 steals, 2 blocks. I mean, 49 points. I mean, it's ridiculous what he's able to do. I think we know he's capable of nights like this, but to do it tonight, you know, we lose Kai, we're down bodies, we're wounded, and for him to have the toughness, the mentality, you know, that's what makes him one of the all-time greats. And so this is a performance that, you know, a signature performance, you know, for Kevin, and it was beautiful to watch.
Like, I actually had no question that it was a 2. Yeah. I think everybody else was shocked that it wasn't a 3. But the angle that I was at, I was like, no, that big toe, was on the line. I was pretty confident in it. Now the second one, the one in overtime, that one I was nervous. The one I was guarding him, because it was like when I turned to look, it was dead on. And I'm like, oh my God, like he did it again. But he ended up missing, thank God.
I'm not gonna lie, man. When he turned, I just kind of, and you can see my face. I'm like, oh my God. Cause I like to close that distance with him. It's like, cause he's so like, he's so long. He's so tall. Like if I can't get in his body and I can't really affect him, then he's like, it's nothing else to do. And he got that space. It was a great move, and I didn't have time to look at his feet. I really didn't. I'm trying so hard to get there to try to give any kind of contest I can, and so I didn't know. All I know is when I turned and looked, I knew it was like it was. I knew it. I seen it. It was crazy.
After that game, I was like, I cannot wait for it all to be over. It was so like mentally, it was draining. I feel like you do everything you can to stop somebody, and it's not working. And Kevin Durant is pretty much just like, this is gonna sound weird, mentally penetrating you. And like he's not stopping. And then physically, oh my gosh, physically it is. I was hurting. Everybody was. Matter of fact, you can see KD game 7. Like you knew he was tired. You knew he was gassed. But man, both teams left it out there. That was after that series. I'm like, man, look, whatever happens after, like we have to win now. We did too much and came too far.
Kevin's game was just unbelievable. Like he was unfazed the entire game. Like he was poised, especially in that second half. Like he started to take his time. He started to get to his spots, and kind of like I seen Kevin directing people to where he wanted them to be. And once Kevin gets that, like he's comfortable, he's in his zone. It's like it's pretty much hard to stop him.
A couple of days ago, you called Kevin Durant the best player in the world. This was an epic battle. Take us through it.
I said a couple of days ago, he's the best player in the world. He's still the best player in the world. And we know coming into this series that we had to do it as a team. We know we had to guard him as a team. We had to defend the whole team as a team. We had to play offensively as a team, and that's what we did. We were able to come here, play hard, compete each possession, guard KD, James Harden as a team, and we were able to get the win.
I'm happy, man. It's been here 8 years. I've seen the depths of Warrior basketball. I've seen, the rise and enjoy the whole process. I've seen us, become a championship caliber and a championship winning team. And now we're in a position to do it again. So to help orchestrate that and to be in a position where a guy like KD can see himself gelling with our team, with myself on the floor, together, it's a special feeling.
At the end of the day, shame on you if you don't want Kevin Durant on your team. I'm a winner. I like to win, so I want Kevin Durant on my team. And that's kind of that.
Me and Steph, we could practice as many jump shots as we want. We still can't rise up and shoot over any man on this earth. So I don't think we need to include him in the Splash Bros to validate his talent and his skill, because it's pretty obvious to the human eye how great of an athlete he is.
You're a scorer like that, an all-time great scorer. First and foremost, it opens up a lot of things because there's a lot of attention on you on the floor. And with the weapons that we have on this team, him being able to just never be in a rush, that chemistry when we were all the way dialed in, it's hard to stop. So
you got a guy who can get you a bucket just on his own at any time. When our offense isn't really good flowing at all, we just throw him the ball, and it's like you can get a good shot every time. He's almost 7 feet with the shooting touch of a Dirk Nowitzki and athleticism like a Dominique Wilkins with handles. So he's phenomenal.
My favorite KD story is the championship run when he walked into that three towards the end of the game, and he stepped right into it and hit the three, and he just started turning around and walking.
Kevin Durant way outside, delivers! Kevin Durant from downtown. That's the same spot in Game 3 last year.
Steph's in front of him, yelling. I'm behind him, right in his ear yelling. And he just walking, like nothing fazed him.
Back to my rookie year, we're on a road trip. I think at this point I'm coming off the bench. I think I was the second wing off the bench. I get switched onto him. And so right away, I'm like, all right, I'm guarding Kevin Durant. Obviously, you know, freaking out a little bit. And so right away, I'm like, all right, I'm going to get in this guy. Like, he can't just baby me right now on TV. So I tried to pressure him, and he loses the ball, goes out to half court. So right on, I'm like, hell yeah. Like, this guy's about to pick it up. He's going to give it up. I'm going to be good. He catches it. He, like, looks at the shot clock. There's, like, 6 seconds left and takes, like, 3 dribbles. He just left hand, 3 dribbles, gets to around 18 feet, just hits me with a quick shoulder in the chest and just fades away, bangs it 2. And as he's going back in defense, he's backpedaling, just goes, welcome to the league, Rook. And so that was my first moment of like, God, these guys are just unbelievable. Again, yeah, I'm guarding Kevin Durant. I think I'm doing a great job. He loses the ball. He's at half court, and he just hits like the easiest dribble pull up on me. And
that's not a fun challenge, but it's a challenge. You know, it's a challenge. Whoever's guarding, I'm going to be guarding him. It's going to be, you know, tough to guard, and it's going to have to be a team effort. Those kind of players, you just can't play, you know, straight up one-on-one. So team effort, and if I get matched up with him, I'll try to do my best.
Yeah, well, it was unreal to be able to have the conversation with Kevin about coming to Brooklyn and just to understand how much of a pure hooper he is, and talk basketball with him. It's good. It's the game. It's understanding how big the game has, you know, gotten to around the world. But to be able to compete against, you know, him and others at that elite level on, you know, on an international stage, now to bring that same mentality that I had, that I'm sure he had for our countries, now into the same locker room. I think, again, that purpose and that driving force of what we're trying to do here and win another championship, it's exciting for sure.
I knew he's a junior high school that he's the best player in the world. That day, I was like, why is he coming here? He has no business stepping foot on this campus. Like, he really, a junior high school, mind you, this kid's coming in, it's like, whatever, dog. I mean, everything he does right now, he was doing it. He's passing half, and like, I remember LaMarcus like standing there, like, feet on the 3-point line, and he just like, as he pulled up, it was so much, it was like, I was literally looking at it like, what, hold on. Driving by guys, dunking, like, it was crazy. It was like a video game.
I always feel like I'm a student of the game and somebody who's experienced so much and played in different eras. I'm looking forward to him teaching me some more things about it.